Yeah, Mohonix, what do you feel like? We see all the pick and bans coming on through, so 10 champions will represent this first game. What do you feel like? KCB, maybe Los Ratones? Who do you think has this first game in their pocket?
For once, I think he'll be a very happy man with that as Vilja. Now forced to go back into his jungle. So much pressure on both of these sides. The French community against the Rats, really. The battle lines have been drawn as Mainter. Finds a pretty good trade. They could find Baus as well for the solo kill. First blood should be secure at the jump. And the lamppost slams down for first blood. Smoke Your Name has been in the NLC before as well for Redland. Been very good in particular. His Akali, I remember, has obviously found success as well in KCB as Isma. Caught out here by Velia. Reckless rotating up as well. His fate is all but sealed as Velia. We'll get that first one. Wondering if he wants to be a little bit more aggressive, but no, plays it safe and instead just scouts around the bit. Really figured out how to beat Baus yet as KCB. So far, doing good and will be able to claim the first break.
Yeah, might become a struggle later on as the Poppy into the Jax can sort of start to bleed out in the 1 versus 1 to the point where Poppy has to go and commit to a fight too much.
Yeah, I think that's a good say, right? Not too awfully much. They have obviously felt that at times where teams have done everything in their power, but he's TP behind. I don't think Baus has realized this yet. It might be a little too late. Good flash, good autos. As the goal, he used the ultimate. Mainter, that is brilliant. Sidesteps the ult and finds another solo kill on Baus. And they look to be claimed without any real contest. That's a Drake in 20 seconds, Los Ratones could look at, but they did get the first 3 grubs. They aren't worried too much about losing the rest.
Yeah, it would be an absolute disaster to have given the Jax the 6s. House just not quite getting the steadfast presence there again. Just need to be careful that this Jax doesn't start to run away with it. With the Jax without the big 6, and I suppose Azir as well does make fantastic use of them. Isma's able to get in there because of the fast footwork around mid, and not a lot of mana for Mainter.
Mana on Mainter, but Isma has a full HP bar and a full mana bar, but he gets sent back. Not today, Baus says, as he's able to buy himself more time. Do that here as well. The Kraken Slayer already built. They find gold. Already found as the Su has the next one to be picked off and instantly evaporates off the rift.
Once again, the
combination he's not done. He wants more. The Heartbreaker flies wide though as the Killer Instinct goes out towards safety, but there is no safety really for Exa as Feats of Warfare are claimed. Velia cannot be stopped so far. He goes forward beneath 2 turrets and he happily finds the kill as Mainter. One more auto from finding Baus, but he's able to survive. Maybe I was wrong. This time the mana bar almost full. Holding our breath really when we got over there. It's so close to really just leading to that solo kill. First throw though to be claimed. Will it cost them anything as Exa desperately trying to do damage, but there is nothing that can be done. He's not far enough ahead in the game yet to really have a say. TP in from Mainter. They want more. They are trying to squeeze everything out of this counter move, but they can't gain anything. Los Ratones just walk out.
That's absolutely fantastic in the 2 versus 4.
They're looking for the dive. They won't give it. They won't give it. The Killer Instinct forward, but can they really close the gap? Crowny has the flash, and that should be enough to buy more time. The Grand Entrance, though, connects. The Ignite is ticking. They finally found it, but what has it cost them as Mainter now the next target? Velia has already found 1. Nemesis has rotated down, and it's not just gonna be 2. They want all 3.
Enzo with the fantastic find onto Crowny. Had to go so deep just at the right time. But KC Blue pay the iron price. That is absolutely vicious. Velia coming through will pick up another. Goes to 5-0-2 on his signature Viego. Looking so strong as we enter the mid game.
And then as Velia goes unstoppable, the grow lead balloons. They overforce their hand. KCB desperate to get something when they invest that TP. Instead, they invested in the wrong thing. 5k gold. The NLC representatives are ahead. They lose a turret in the mid lane, but they don't mind much. This gold lead is not going to go for it. It feels like the game has already slipped through the hands here of KCB. They had a win condition to play around, and while I don't want to write their death warrant too soon.
Their options as the Rift Herald falls. Not too worried about it going down here, though. There isn't that mid-tier 1 to crack. And unless they extend the play massively, it looks like Isma might not even be able to finish it off cleanly here.
Yeah, they've gotten a top lane turret, but closest we've seen that was maybe yesterday against NBS. But I thought Karmine Corp Blue you know, with all due respect, it is only game 1 of a best of 3. Anything can happen in game 2, and this game not quite over yet, but
they will pay for it with their top tier 2.
Definitely paying a price, and what do they get out of it? Nothing really. KCB, Temporal, what do you do now when you're sitting in this position? I mean, you're losing across the map, you're not really gaining anything.
Oh, this is beautiful.
As a driver's license, not quite earned by Vilja either.
No, not quite. Could have maybe arced it down into mid, but getting knocked into, oh.
This is what you do. You go for Nemesis, who's isolated and all on his own. He's down to half force to flash away as the killer instinct now comes in. Exa wants the kill and he gets it. Immediately shut down, claimed by Isma. And they've gotten 2. They've gotten Velia as well. I was asking the question, and immediately Temporal, they give us the answer.
It did. Crownie was not there, was spotted leaving mid lane on a wave. And with that, KC Blue knew they had the numbers advantage. It looks like they're going to extend into Baus here. Overextending into Baus has been their issue so far. But no punish here from the Rats.
Yeah, no one can punish it this time. There is no Villian Nemesis rotating up. Baus can run for a few seconds, but I don't think there's an escape from this one.
Oh?
Good flash.
No way.
No way. No way Baus get out of this. And there was indeed no way. Maintel will take him down in the end. Yeah, especially when it's the withdrawal auto count, right? It doesn't have as much damage, doesn't have as much HP, and Vilja, despite dying before 2 items, does a lot of damage. Same can be said across the board, really. The 2 item spikes have been hit.
Jungle not worried about a pick, but they do have to make a play.
We'll keep our eyes on the Lost Ratones carries. I want to see Vilja as well, though. Huge! 2 stealing away there from Isma, but it's not enough quite yet. The engage doesn't lead to more! As Slow-Q finds a massive Emperor's Divide, and he puts the carries right into the waiting hands. If not for the Otacon, this would have been a clean ace for KCB.
Bit of a disaster there. The Rats sent packing, but they do have major cooldowns out now. So the approach on this next dragon, if they choose to revenge it, they should be able to get some kills out. If they are able to rush it down, KC Blue gotta be happy with that big key teamfight ultimates back to back. The Impale into the Divide can be really non-interactive, and you stand away. You can't kill big tanks. If there's an Ornn on the enemy team, Nemesis just at the edge of what's reasonable here.
No flash. What can he realistically do as the Impale comes through the kill? All but secured. Investing a few ultimates in it, but that's all they'll get. They'll claim the turret as well. Happy days here for KCB.
Felt confident maybe that Velia was nearby and not expecting all of KC Blue to tunnel in on this turret with Baus basing on the far side. That's KC Blue just narrowing that gap again. We started around 2,000 before the big fights, up to 5,000 for Lost Ratones. Back down to 2,000 now, Sitson Crownie, and the Baron, it's all on his shoulders. He's got to steal it.
We're keeping our eyes on Velia, the one with the least experience on the biggest stage, now has to step up. He's charmed and sees it. He's down immediately, but Exa falls, and the veterans continue to fight. The Baron doing so much damage to Slow-Q, forcing him out. The counter-strike is good, but you're all alone, Mainter, as the Rats group up, and they take down 2. They'll chase for more, as they're not quite done. The bank comes through for Slow-Q. I think maybe both teams are aware that if that happens, they can just start the more important objective, as Isma tries to go over the wall. Baus says no, but the team isn't there to back him up. The Impale now coming through. Killer Instinct. Baus might just be caught. He doesn't have the flash, but he'll push one away as Nasua buys time in the front line. Here comes Mainter with the TP. He found Baus, but he's not dead yet. Nasu instead is the one to fall, and they're going forward. They're finding more. 2 kills for the Rats as Baus pushes this game to its very limits.
If their scuttled teammate, they will be rewarded with the dragon and an opportunity at this Baron as Nemesis and Reckless move up.
He just used it before. Isma can hope for the steal. It is though a 50-50. They can't keep him out of the pit. We'll keep our eyes on Slow-Q as well. The damage from him must be there. Isma in the pit. They can cancel now and just kill the jungler. Take him down, guys. But no, they can't. They force him out of the pit and secure the Baron instead. Slow-Q down to half. The carry who has to do it here for KCB. Already on the brink as Exa takes a massive Mystic shot to the face.
Walking through the Braum does mean they'll pay with their tier 2. Slow-Q no longer with the teleport, no longer with the flash, both burned in front of the Baron, so we can't play the long lane on bot.
Isma.
With that, Isma's going to try and find something.
It's just Reckless though, that's not the target you want, and now instead the damage gets turned slowly but surely on towards him. The Impale is on 2, but Crownie QSS's it, and as Slow-Q desperately tried to put out the damage, he was simply unable to do enough.
And Mainter should not survive here, but The top tier 3 survives, the mid tier 3 unassaulted. They've largely done the job, even though they've had to pay for it.
I mean, this is delayed death timers, right? ISMA is up in 10 when Mainton now dies here. Lost Ratones, 30 seconds left on the Baron. Do they want to push for more, or they had initially lost from their big goal leader? Now they're pushing for tier 2 in bot lane as well as... I mean, I'm impressed. It's a way stronger performance than we saw yesterday, and it had to be, as KCB are no pushovers.
I think even in the weaker moments, the togetherness is something that we don't normally associate with them in their best moments. Baus, that's a nice trade. No Emperor's Divide.
Stuck underneath the turret though. As I mean, he could just die here to the Sand Soldiers, or not the Sand Soldiers. Instead, the turret, as the shutdown gets claimed by slowQ. And look at what's spawning in 5 seconds. We've seen this story before, as Nemesis is now the target. This is just a window. That's a Drake spawning Soul. And no Baus on the map for 40.
No Rakan ultimate, no Emperor's Divide, no Impale, despite the Rats being a member down. If Nemesis manages the front line, Velia and Crownie should be able to take this.
They'll have to fight in 4v5, and they claim the Soul initially. Velia, the immediate target, but they can't lock him down.
Will be regenerated. slowQ will have to be the leading edge here. Isma distracted by Baus.
But same could be said for Mainta. He's TPing right into his own demise as Baus looks to be taken down. He buys so much time, but same story can be told for Mainta, who will also fall. 4v4 now, as Baron's still available.
Being a top laner is just not it, eh?
The Baron regardless.
Absolutely brutal. slowQ has done so well. Not gone down this entire game. Has done so much damage and held positions that KC Blue
will crack open the base. The first hole in the wall can now be seen as they can peek in towards behind the curtains, and there lies a grateful victory.
Alright, the tier 3 goes down. They can't bridge back to mid. They have lost a tier 2 in bot. Mainta trying to do his best to go as fast as possible. Multiple recalls in his performance.
slowQ. DC'd up by the Scat of the Week. He needs to be strong at this moment and stand tall, as Isma is the one to initially be caught. Mainta's in on the back, but they've committed on the front end as Crownie's being taken down by Mainta. He's CC'd up for ages. slowQ still alive, pretty much untouched. This looks good for KCB, as they've already got one of the carries. Velia is next up on the menu, and slowQ will take him down. It's a 3-0 into the hands of the Elder Dragon for KCB.
Despite Baus's best efforts, couldn't defend his backline there. Will teleport into mid to try and damage the tier 3. Nemesis playing as much time as he can, trying to stop the bases, gets Enser, and will cancel. The Elder Dragon goes over to KC Blue. Let's put on a real show. The Blues will start the Baron on spawn. Last 10 seconds of the Elder. We should be able to secure this nice and easily. Reset once again. They do need to look for some serious advantage.
Take over the fights as they're too tanky, and before he finds anything, the fight has already been lost. The carries have been killed. Isma now potentially caught, but the Impale! It's on 3, but it's on all of the front line as Nemesis and Crownie just free fire from the back line. Exa jumps forward and looks to try and win it all here. Baus taken down in the back line as Mainta buys so much space and so much time as KCB now continue their march forward, unable to find more as Lost Ratones have successfully disengaged.
Can hold this tier 3 without some absolute magic coming to pass.
Magic is needed. The Rats need to find something here. They need to cook up something magical. The goal lead's still slightly in their favor, but that could quickly change. More neutral objectives falling. The Rats might take their second defeat ever in real competition. What is written in the stars really to be the final fight. 30 seconds time. Nemesis cannot be caught now. The Scat of the Week comes through, but it's not okay. It's not good enough. He's down. He is dead. Massive shutdown and massive pick before the Elder.
Give the pastry chef an extra 2 hours. He's going to make something special. In this game, clearly we just needed to get past 45 minutes for KC Blue to do something a little bit special. Maybe a true shot of that.
It's not
Come on, Crownie.
Yes,
come on, Crownie. Too much respect. That's okay. It is not good to lose your big ultimate. They've probably had a brief discussion about what they want to do differently to avoid this, to make certain things happen again.
Baus coming in onto Mainta, and there will be no assistance of anyone from KCB. They are pinging on the top side. Can Mainta buy enough time? No, is the emphatic answer. 8-second recalls need to come through, and he buys more than I would expect. Now Crownie needs to be careful here. He's realistically all alone, and Inhibitor will fall as Velia is being pushed out by slowQ. They just get the Inhibitor. They break open the base on another angle.
2 players performing so excellently on the EMEA Masters stage. Stalemate here favors KC as soon as
Baus has been
Slowky comes
impaled,
through.
and now they go forward. Good scatter the weak onto 3. They got Slowky, but there was no initial follow-up. Mainter looking for the flank. Baus down to half. Crownie now trying to get control of the mid wave, and as the Elder spawns, no one can instantly start it up as the scatter of the weak connects on 2.
All right, teleport back out and in from Baus. He's going to continue to cover the mid lane. The Rats are onto the Dragon for the first time in minutes. KC Blue looking to recontest it. They are
X has been
assembled.
engaged upon, but the scatter of the weak only finds Isma, and Baus taken solo. Mings is still on the flank. The engage down comes through. Exa, he looks for Nemesis, but he can't find him. He gets blown up. Scatter the weak. Finds Slowky. He buys some time with the stopwatch as Isma desperately tries to CC up Baus, and finally he gets taken down. The Elder still on the map though, as who gets it? It is Isma who secures it as Nemesis gets taken down. Velia needs to be the hero, but there is no hero for Lost Ratones today. It's Slowky with a triple kill, and I cannot believe it, Temporal.
Absolute disasters. It looked like on our side.
This was so low, Mainter. Look who's in the base. Slowky's in the base. He's gonna end it here right now at this moment. It took 53 minutes, but the blue wall does not falter.
KC Blue from a deficit in the early game. They won't manage to break Reckless here. They'll get Crownie. They'll get the Nexus in an absolute fist fight.
Exactly true. So right now we see all those 10 champions. Keep in mind, KCB just won the first game, so they only need to win one more to go towards the playoffs bracket. And for Los Ratones, they are with their backs against the wall in this series.
It was more of a release thing because you had so many less restrictions on the E, on the W. Crownie engaged upon
talking about restrictions, getting knocked up there, plus the slows. Shields do come in,
the
but
spear,
it's
the spear.
a lot of damage. The spear, good flash from Crownie will keep him alive. But how long do they wait? Getting pincered now behind the tower. Another dodge. Crownie just trying to survive. The shield's going to keep them up for a little bit longer, but Isma takes the kill, and Reckless may not be able to get out of this one either. Flashes away to stay alive, and Velia will finally come through to push them out of the middle of that lane. But, you know, it's a nice early play from KCB, getting ahead quite low. Mainter slowly pushing him in. The Nidalee coming up top. They may not even need the Nidalee. One more bit of damage will do it. Baus in big trouble. Isma just needs to hope that the shield isn't up, really. The recall coming in, but I don't know if you got the time. The spears are going to stop him back. In Temporal, it's time for the tower dive, and Baus is going to stay alive for a little bit longer. Now with the team here, this could be a turnaround. The flash out. Here comes the Sivir, and Isma has been cooked. Jebaited.
Sort of a super grubs user outside of the Tristana in this game. So I love the Rats once again getting the first 3. I'd like to see them come back for the second 3 though. In the first game, they gave that over in return for a dragon. We went to 5 dragons taken, and then finally the Mountain Soul, and then you probably saw, Jay, 3 Elder Dragons to close that one out. Just a few dragons last game. So we'll see how many.
I thought League was supposed to be ending faster this season. You know, 3 Elder Dragons tells me otherwise. Isma now on the invade. It is going to be a support versus jungle matchup here. Obviously, nearly known for a lot of damage. Velia can definitely dish out some of their own. The Asher are going to go slightly wide. Lost Ratones, they are going to hold on to the jungle, but they might be going too far deep. 4 members in. Velia in trouble, going to flash away. Does get over the wall, but Exa chasing them down. The slows are there, and the Maokai will finally fall down of this objective. So not going to allow Lost Ratones those 6 grubs, and SoQ putting that pressure onto Nemesis once again, almost getting the kill. Nemesis has to flash, and all around the map it's going KC's way, which is not good for the NLC fans right now. Baus also in some trouble, will be able to stop Mainter from getting anywhere near close to him. But at the moment, we need a little bit of success for the NLC as Enter finding a bit of a target here. There goes the Nidalee, and goodbye to Reckless.
Didn't manage to body block the Ash Arrow, both taking it to heart there. A real shame. KCB pushing that one forwards. We'll continue on to Velia.
Happening again. Velia just completely obliterated. I don't know what the Maokai thought, and Baus, I don't know where you're going. Kills are being gifted over to Karmine, and Temporal, I hate to say it, but it's starting to get a little out of control.
Using the barrier to secure the back there. The shielded damage does not cancel the recall. Won't be here in time for this dragon, but will be here of late game resilience. in a difficult position, and whether they can make it work as they twist and advances
it looks
forwards.
good. It looks good so far. Ensa is caught out and completely removed. Velya picks up the kill, though. That's not what they wanted to see. But damn,
Those crashing waves, they add up. Yeah, they add up real well.
And that will be the boots secured there by KCB.
Karmine Corp, Rift Herald, no doubt.
Oh no. Oh no.
Baus. Oh, Baus.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Baus. The tower's going to go down, and so will the Nautilus. Can he take one with him? The answer is no.
That's a real struggle. Nemesis might be able to continue to push this lane. Velya's here as well, but the minion wave will be extinguished before anyone arrives. So despite 4 people coming, this is still a pretty elongated dive.
Oh, they're forcing pretty hard. The lockdown is there, the slows, but where's the damage? It's Reckless and Velya, like they're doing a little bit, but against Mainta has the World Ender, gonna force them both away, use the ultimates. Yes, they'll get the tower, but can they get out? Mainta's now on the chase, although may have gone a little bit far here. 4 members are deep, they're moving forward, but there's the Aatrox. The World Ender comes down, 2 dead. Los Ratones did not calculate the play the way they thought it was going to be. Nemesis falls as well, and KCB says you don't belong here.
With the composition, they need to get the Sivir and the Tristana into position. If you take fight too close, if you let the Aatrox get the approach, it is too much to deal with. That was example 1, and to not have it happen again, Los Ratones have got to slow right down.
Both slow Q and also Mainta, right? It's available. They're ready to put the pressure on to Los Ratones. And if Los Ratones can't hold out themselves temporal, then I don't really know how they're going to stop this steamroller.
And then eventually, multiple dragons in, Elder spawning was enough to get the later game team composition into an advantageous position.
Oh, Nemesis stunned immediately. Nice. Wild will give them the space, gets the kill, and that's the ticket they need back into the game.
Sort of opportunity of all that move speed, being able to contribute to these 2 carries, being evasive, staying away from the threat.
Oh, it's locked down. It's locked down. In trouble. Could be caught out here, but able to get over the wall. However, on the flip side of this fight, Baus low. Slow Q having to walk away, though. Ratones not losing any members, but not picking up any either. And that mid tower going down to the Herald.
I think that's okay for Los Ratones. They are going to get Isma.
Isma gets killed. Nemesis with a nice pick up there, and will be able to get away as well. So kill plus dragon for the tower. Is it worth? Walk down, but can't really go and check that out. They will trade it for a tower, so another tier 1 unlocked. A bit of pressure put mid as well.
It's a bit of gold. I think the experience will actually go a long way when you play the champions like Nidalee. That's not a bad pickup at all. Didn't quite see if Baus flashed for that. His runes might just be favoring the summoner spell cooldown. Oh, in it comes. It is Mainta into mid lane.
And straight at them as well. And Ratones is not running away. There's the Magnastorm. 3 core, immediately 2 dead. And that is so much damage coming in from Soku. Baus trying to run away, will hook himself, but not to safety. Another kill. And KC are looking to end this game soon, temporal.
The Rats have got all the range in their composition, but what is all the range to Ensa flashing forwards and dropping the Magnet Storm? A huge blender that does not end well, despite the wild growth, despite the Rats doing their best. It isn't enough. They're going to start to bleed some more towers and infrastructure here, and it's all Nemesis and Reckless can do. Just wander around, pick up some gold, and get ready to go again. The match. That needs to come through. It needs to be direct access. Slow Q and Isma can do a lot from long range with the poke and with the setup. They don't have all the burst in the world.
We're getting another fight now. Baus is the frontline target. Ensa is going to go down early. Now onto Mainta. They're switching the targets up, but Slowq is forcing them down towards the bottom side of the map and picking up kills already. The damage is dropping in, and they just don't have the stats. They don't have the items. Nemesis pushes Mainta so low, but does not die.
Do you defend the Sivir? Do you stand behind the Tristana? Who's getting which cooldown? This is a very high execution composition, and it's starting to stress them.
Oh, failure. Surely. Could he go for the steal? It's not going to have time. It will be the Baron picked up. KCB now actually going to find the Maokai. This could be a pick to end it all. Really? They're going to pick that one. And now maybe they look for more. They're going into the top side jungle. Lost Ratones. They're in a weird spot here, Temporal. They're trying to run out. The KCB are hot on this chase. They want blood. They want to find them. They smell the end of this game sooner rather than later. Baus going to fall down, and more towers are near to come. with the stun as well from downtown. Can they do anything with it? The stun's landing damage on top, and Slowq absolutely obliterates Reckless.
Slowq has had an incredible series. 0 deaths throughout. Stood up to Nemesis in lane. Something that is very, very hard to do for anyone at all. And with it, the base starts to break. Jay, it took ages to get through the base in game 1. I don't think it's going to take so long in game 2. Nemesis hooked in.
Does not look likely. Nemesis going to go down immediately. Tower falling, inhib falling, mid tower falling as well. 2 towers holding on strong, but for how long? Temporal, Velia and Crowny, they can't keep tabs on it. Another tower falls. The minions, they're slamming forward. The damage is raining in. There isn't anything the Rats can do right now but scurry, because at the moment, KCB, they're in a flurry. They're moving forward. They're looking for the end. 1 more inhib down. 1 tower and a Nexus is all they need to take. The Rats with a big knock-up. Can they do the damage? In goes Rel. Down goes Ratones. And it will be KCB moving on through.
They will make it to the next round of the tournament. Congratulations.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.